Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Matthew Mumbles. My name is Matthew, and on this podcast show we pretty much talk about whatever we want to talk about. It can be my life stories, my interests, my thoughts on things happening right now in the world, etc. Today I wanted to touch base on a topic I haven't really talked about in a little while, at least for a full-fledged video. M.U.G.E.N. or M.U.G.E.N. or M.U.G.E.N. I've heard like M.U.G.E.N. I've heard so many different pronunciations. Ultimately, I'm just calling it M.U.G.E.N. So if that's not the correct term, I'm just warning you that right now that's how I pronounce M.U.G.E.N. So M.U.G.E.N. For those that don't know what M.U.G.E.N. is, M.U.G.E.N. or M.U.G.E.N. engine is essentially a fighting engine, fighting game. And pretty much anybody can make their own like character and put them in there, and so much fighters and such have been implemented into this game. Keep in mind, none of this is like official. It's just purely an engine, and then it's basically, again, it's a game engine. And ultimately, that is what M.U.G.E.N. is. There's a lot of characters you can pick. It's essentially infinite. And that's exactly what M.U.G.E.N. means. It means infinite, apparently, at least according to my quick research of like 3 seconds looking on Google as to what M.U.G.E.N. stands for, because it's an acronym apparently, but it's not, but it is, but it's not, but it is, whatever. So M.U.G.E.N. a while back, well, first we're gonna go like way back, to my biggest part of my Mario phase, which I used to watch like a lot of Mario videos. We're talking hundreds of Mario videos. I would just drown myself in Mario at that point. This was like, I think, before my Angry Birds interests. Trying to think of my memory chronologically here. Yeah, so it was around, I think my Angry Birds interest started a little after, but this was like my biggest passion. Funny enough, M.U.G.E.N. was actually, I discovered M.U.G.E.N. before I discovered Smash Brothers. So I'm actually just going to tell the tale of how I got into Smash Brothers here. I wanted M.U.G.E.N. Okay, I did not understand. At a young age, I did not understand that M.U.G.E.N. was not a console game. Or at least wasn't meant to be for consoles. It was a PC engine game. You download a bunch of files which represent the characters. Of course, you have the big engine, and then you implement said files into the engine, and then you have the character. I did not know about Smash Brothers, so when my mom came home with a Smash Brothers game, I was just like, that's not M.U.G.E.N. And then I just looked at it again. It's just like, wait a minute, I want to try this. And then we get a GameCube, because my first game was Melee. So we pop that thing in, and then I just go town, and then I completely forget M.U.G.E.N. existed. That's kind of a lie. I go kind of back and forth in between the two games, one being official, one being not official, and then so we're like, I don't know, it's just like a toss-up between the two games. So eventually I circle back to M.U.G.E.N., and around this time I get my very first computer, my very first laptop, which I actually still have. I don't know where it is in here. It's, I don't know, somewhere maybe under my bed for safekeeping. But yeah, I got it, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, now I know M.U.G.E.N. Can I actually get this game? And so the first thing I did was research how to get M.U.G.E.N., and then boom, I start following tutorials, I go ahead and start playing it, and the very first character I downloaded was Super Mario, but he had the Brawl voice. Now listen, I know they sound really similar, but the Brawl voice just doesn't sound right to me. I know both of them are voiced by Charles Martinet, but for some reason, I've always preferred the more Yahoo! Wahoo! And not like the more meaner sounding Wahoo, because you can tell there's a difference between the Brawl voice clips and the Melee pre and 64, those things. Like basically the voice clips from 64. I liked those more than I did the Brawl, so it kind of bugged me, but I mean, I got used to it. Eventually I got a Luigi, and then I got Gino, and then a bunch of other characters, and then eventually it just kind of grew to this amalgamation of pretty much anything and everything thrown all at once. So I was really happy. So a few years went by, and I get a new computer. I decided to keep using my old one because, well, what's the point in using my new one if my old one keeps working? And then guess what? The old one stops working. So I'm like, okay, that's perfect timing. I'm going to use this new one. And then I use it for like a while. The quality of it kind of degrades over time. And as an over time, I mean within like the first few months. But I still had M.U.G.E.N. I had to restart from scratch. I don't know why I didn't transfer my files. That was very stupid of me. But I did. And so I do M.U.G.E.N. for like, I keep playing it. I keep making more videos. And it's ultimately to a point where I'm like cranking these M.U.G.E.N. videos out on a daily basis. Well, not daily basis. I think it was just more of like a pretty fast-paced basis. More so than what I was initially expecting. Because they were pretty easy to record videos. You know, nothing too bad. Nothing too crazy. And then I get a new computer. And this one is the one I'm currently after recording this podcast on. And it's a Chromebook. And I know people are going to be like, oh, Chromebooks suck. Hey, look, I like Chromebooks. I've grown used to it. At least my computer actually has a touch screen and you're done. Take that, all PC users. Chromebooks have touch screen. Yeah, I'm probably going to get smacked across the face by all the PC users around the world. They're all heading straight towards me right now as I speak. But, yeah. So, at first I was like, hey, why don't I get M.U.G.E.N. on this thing? Unfortunately, no. Yeah, I can't exactly get M.U.G.E.N. So, I'm at that point where I can literally do anything I want on this, including emulating games, if I wanted to. But I just couldn't do M.U.G.E.N., which sucked. It absolutely sucked. The one thing that I could not do, or I wanted to do, especially, I could not do, which was play M.U.G.E.N. So, ultimately, my solution was to play on my other computer occasionally for M.U.G.E.N. But as the time went by, I just kind of grew more onto this computer, again, that I'm currently on, rather than my older computer, and eventually the charger I have for it actually sparked. This is true. I was trying to hook it up to, I think, my TV. Or trying to set up a M.U.G.E.N. video for it. Maybe one of those two. I couldn't exactly what I was doing with it. And then I twist the computer a slight bit just to kind of get it angled correctly. And then I hear like, what was that? And then I look, oh no, it's a stray wire. And then, like, if you don't know what a stray wire is, it's basically like a live without rubber wire, or like a wire that's like not connected properly. Because like my cord is basically degraded itself down to nothing. It's like hanging on for dear life at this point. And it's like you twist it and then sparks. That's what happens. So unfortunately, I had to put that charger out of commission, and I had to put both of those computers on the sidelines for a good amount of time. So until I get a new cord, there's unfortunately going to be no more M.U.G.E.N. videos, because I mean the last proper M.U.G.E.N. video I made was back in 2021, and that was like the rematch of Mario vs. Sonic, I think. Yeah, and that one had no commentary. It was all sound effect. It was all like the way it should have been from the very start. But hey, who am I to judge? But the best part is that I get to, well, say this, that whenever I do get a new charger or maybe just a completely new computer, I'm going to bring M.U.G.E.N. back. I love the game. I miss it, and I want to play it again. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Smash Brothers. I literally like Smash Brothers. But because it's an official game, once you're completed, like getting all the like characters and you play all the stages, what else is there really to do? It's fun with friends, but M.U.G.E.N., you can just keep adding more and more and more characters. I have not seen another game, aside from Smash Flash 2, that had the audacity to put Naruto and Mario in the same arena together. Maybe another game has already done that, but whatever. Point still stands. There's so much characters and combinations and stages and modes and all that sort of jazz that you can do. If you have a dream match up, chances are you are able to do it, which absolutely makes me excited. So I hope one day I can bring it back. I just need either a new computer or a new charger to charge up my old computer, and boom, we're back on track. Because this Chromebook cannot load up M.U.G.E.N. Trust me, I've tried. But with that all being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel. Believe in Jesus, accept him as your Lord and Savior today, spread the gospel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone. God bless.